FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Tunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Tunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or tap my Venmo. Text me for the links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay, y'all. So y'all see what we talking about today on Dr. Umar. First of all, I want to say welcome to the High Supply Network. We're going to be reviewing Dr. Umar in this cry for help, I should call it. This is your girl Shanti checking in. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. If y'all want any merch, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, y'all make sure y'all hit highsupply.com for any of our merch. We're going to dive right back into it.
Took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters.
Wait a minute. So if somebody stole the paperwork and you knew somebody stole the paperwork, that means you knew about it. That means they tried to notify y'all more than once. Because if you got paperwork and somebody stole it and you got more paperwork, that means you knew about the paperwork that was stolen and now you just got served again. Now I know when they normally serve to the address of the property which y'all are supposed to be vacating. And I know this school, it's been trying to be built for a long time. So it's like, how much money has been given to this cause? How much money have you collected in donations for the school? How much does it cost to build a school? Why is the contractors taking so long? Obviously, y'all haven't been doing no work on there. The utility bills are through the roof. Why is that? Y'all ain't. Everybody know utilities got to be paid every month. So that's why it's like I don't understand why he acting like all this stuff is just springing up on him. These are things that you are supposed to take care of, whether you're a property owner, whether you pay rent, wherever you are. You get what I'm saying? Like you got to make sure the rent is paid. You got to make sure the freaking the lights stay on and the water stay on. That's just common sense. I don't understand how he missed that one, but okay.
And please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion.
Why he keep repeating everything? Why do you keep repeating everything? It's like everything you repeating and what? Why? We heard you the first time. We heard you the first time. He keep repeating to us like we children or something, like we don't understand. We comprehend very well what's going on. What's going on is you look like you wasn't paying the bills, and they coming to foreclose and on their property. That's what it sounds like to me.
I believe that they were going to sell the school and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door in a low income neighborhood.
You should have known that. You should have known.
Brothers and sisters, it gets worse. Back in April, when I found out about the overdue vacant property registration fees, I had asked the city of Wilmington if they could retroactively apply our nonprofit waiver. According to the nonprofit waiver for the city of Wilmington, if you are a nonprofit organization, they will waive your vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If you are a nonprofit organization in the city of Wilmington, they will waive your nonprofit vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If they would have applied our nonprofit vacant property registration waiver, we would owe absolutely nothing.
Time out. You said the school's been there for 6 to 7 years. 6 years. You said that they will waive the first 4 years. So that means you can't owe zero. You gotta owe for those at least those 2 years. If they say 4 years. So how do you owe zero? That doesn't make any sense. How do you owe zero?
We would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing. But I asked them, and they ignored my emails for 4 months. They ignored my phone calls for 4 months. They ignored our emails for 4 months. They ignored our phone calls for 4 months. And instead, the first time I hear from them since April, the first time I hear from them since contacting them April, asking them to apply our vacant property registration fee waiver to the past 4 years so we would owe absolutely nothing, they ignored me since April.
So why you didn't go down there? Why you didn't go down there to the city and speak to somebody directly? Because they're open every day from 8 to 5, and this is in any county, any city, in any state. If you want something done, and I'm talking from this standpoint because me and my hubby actually own the business. We own 2 smoke shops. If you want something done as far as getting your business handled with what you owe to the city and all the other stuff, the city is available from 8 to 5 in whatever county. unless it's a holiday or whatever day going on, like sometimes up here they're closed for inclement weather and stuff like that. Unless it's something going on like that, or it's a holiday, you can go handle your business accordingly. So why would you wait 4 months for somebody, if this is something that, especially something as serious as this, if I don't put all this money into this, and my passion is in this, and I'm building a school for people, you get what I'm saying, or the people, you get what I'm saying? I'm not finna sit back and be like, oh, I done been emailing these people for 4 months. No, I'm gonna take my behind down there and see what's going on. Hey, what's up? What's going on? So now I know. So now it's not the last minute, and we're trying to gather what's going on. So yeah, I don't. It's giving fishy. It's giving. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's giving. I'm not a businessman. It's giving. I got all these degrees, and I don't know. I don't know how to conduct myself. You see what I'm saying? And then honestly, I think a lot of this is karma. It's funny how you asking us for help, and you back to asking all these people for help and saying, I need this, I need that, but your daughters was just on here reaching out. You get what I'm saying? See, this is what I don't like about these leaders. I'm not saying that, because some of the stuff he says makes perfect sense. You get what I'm saying? Some of the stuff you say make perfect sense, but then you contradict yourself to me when you make these analogies about white people and white women, and oh, we can't put our faith in them, and this and that. Okay, but your daughters can't put their faith in their daddy. You get what I'm saying? You ain't even a good father, so you can't even. You really need to stop until you handle that. You don't really have no room to speak on anything. How you gonna speak about pro-blackness when the one thing, or not one of the priority, is having father's presence in these children's lives? Because a lot of us didn't grow up with that. So it's like, if that's you supposed to push your kids for greatness, and then you on here talking about your kids like they freaking, like they some that like they what I don't even remember the word that he used, but you talk about them like they some scrubs. Didn't marry nobody, didn't commit to nobody, but then we supposed to follow you. Where is the example on how you lead your life and how you live your life accordingly to make somebody want to follow you? Like, that's what we gotta just stop following everybody. I'm not saying you can't, you know what I mean, hear what people say, because sometimes people make sense. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, as far as follow you, give you money, and put stuff to a cause, I need to see a ledger. I need to see how much money we pulling up. I need to see how much money was donated, how much it cost to build a school. These are the questions we need to be asking. Show us the ledger that you was paying for. It's a nonprofit, yes. So most of the stuff you got is donations, but we need to see progress on where this school is at, how much longer it need to be built, while you asking for money and donations. Make that make sense.
They ignored me since April. No phone call, no email, nothing in the postal mail since April. And the first thing we find out, the first time we hear from them since April, is a letter on the front door of the school, affixed with a rubber band and masking tape. A rubber band and masking tape.
Here you go with the
Brothers and sisters, giving us 20 days to pay these back taxes. We already paid $30,000 for water that we don't even use. We just paid $30,000 to the city of Wilmington for water that we don't even use. And now we got to pay another $30,000 for vacant property registration fees that we shouldn't even owe, because we should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. And it gets worse, brothers and sisters. It gets worse because they are raising the vacant property registration fee. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. I'm going to say it again. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. Brothers and sisters, I want y'all to get ready for a protest. I want all FDMG donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall, brothers and sisters. We may have to march on City Hall because of the racism. I'm going to call it what it is, racism. Discriminatory treatment. Why did we get no notification that y'all were going to sell our schools? Why did you not respond to any of our emails to retroactively apply our vacant property registration fee waiver?
It's not accurate. The state does not operate like that. First of all, they will send you, first of all, after the first year, you would have got a notice. After the second year, you would have got a notice. After the third year, you would have got a notice. After the fourth year, you would have got a notice. So that means it's been accumulating and going on for the past 4 years. If you're saying that it's been 6 years, you owe $30,000. It's $5,000 a year. So that makes it okay. That explains the $30,000. Let's just say they did apply the $4,000. The 4 years for the nonprofit. That would mean you still would owe them $10,000. You still owe them $10,000. And so you mean to tell me that, let's just keep watching, because at the end of the day, I'm trying, like, it just don't make sense to me. It's screaming, it's giving Ponzi scheme. That's what it's giving. And these people don't mess around and gave their money to a school. What Nene say, Neverland. A school that ain't gonna never be, and this is sad because it's like, at the end of the day, why you using us again? Us. Why you scamming us? Yo, people. We the ones donating to this school and all of that. Believing in what you're saying and all of that. And we shouldn't even believe that, because you done already told the world you a deadbeat dad. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to the story, y'all.
I knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this bad. I knew that the power structure, I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters in the community. They love us. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. They love Dr. Umar and FDMG. I'm talking about the power structure of Wilmington, Delaware. We knew they didn't want us in that city, but we didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs. So brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver. And we might still have a protest at City Hall, because this is wrong, brothers and sisters. I have emailed the mayor. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the chief of staff. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the city council president. I have gotten no response. So brothers and sisters, I'm going to meet with my team, and we're going to decide if we're going to go ahead and have this protest. And it ain't going to be one. We're going to do multiple protests. And we're going to invite our donors and supporters from across the state of Delaware, our donors and supporters across the United States, and our donors and supporters across the entire planet. We may have to march on Delaware to let them know that you don't treat black people like this. Because if I was white, I wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Asian, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Arab, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have been treated like this. But we were treated like this because we were black. How dare you ignore us for 4 months and then put a sign on our door without even telling us that you're going to sell our properties? Brothers and sisters, why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive an email? Why didn't we receive a phone call? Oh, we not going to quit. We not going to give in. The only thing left on the elementary school is to lay down the tile. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. And if we have trouble getting our inspection and certificate of occupancy, we will have to march. We will have to march. We might march anyway, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We need y'all to call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the city council president of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the commissioner of license and inspections of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the vacant property office of Wilmington, Delaware, and demand that those unjust fees be removed from our account. Let them know that you are a donor of FDMG. Let them know you are a supporter of FDMG. And let them know that if this situation is not rectified, we will march on the city and we will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware. We will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware for racism and discriminatory treatment. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858, text message only. 215-989-9858, text message only.
Had these fees paid. Now you back begging people for money on stuff that they shouldn't even have to come out of their pocket and keep trying to bail you out of. If the accounts are frozen for whatever reason, most of the time, and we deal with the bank every day. I don't know about y'all, but if the account is frozen, 9 times out of 10, if they freeze your account, it's for fraudulent activity. So obviously they think something is going on or something is fishy, and they didn't only freeze one account. You're saying that your personal and business accounts are frozen at the same bank or at different banks. Make that make sense.
9858, text messages only. This is your brother, Dr. Umar Tunde, letting you know that I'm still standing for black people. I'm still riding for black boys, and we will open the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. No racism from the city of Wilmington will stop us. No sabotage from the city of Wilmington will stop us. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the mayor. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the mayor's chief of staff. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the commissioner for license and inspections. Tomorrow morning, call the city council president of Wilmington and ask them, why was Dr. Umar in FDMG ignored for 4 months when he was trying to rectify this problem? Why was Dr. Umar in FDMG Academy ignored for 4 months while he was trying to rectify this problem? Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. We will not retroactively apply your vacant property registration fee waiver. No problem. We could have got a payment plan. No problem. We could have got a payment plan. No problem. We could have got a payment plan. But instead of responding to me the first week of April, instead of responding to me the first week of April, instead of responding to me the first week of April, they ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend. They ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend saying we're going to sell these schools if you don't pay our money. We're not going to email you. We're not going to send you a letter in the mail. We're not going to call you. We're going to put a letter on your door that somebody can take and run off with, as somebody did. They took the letter off the high school and sent it to YouTube, the struggle streamers. What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? Brothers and sisters, we need your donation so we can pay this bill. They say we owe $20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe $20,000 on the high school. They say we owe approximately $20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe approximately $20,000 on the high school. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. We need y'all to help us pay this bill. We're going to fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. We're going to fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. But if we don't, Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. You don't have to root for me, brother. I don't need you. I got more than enough supporters. But I want everybody to know that there might be a protest soon. We need you to come in from Africa, from Europe, from Australia, from Canada, to come in from all the 50 states and show the city of Wilmington, Delaware. You will not disrespect black people. You will not sabotage black people. You will not discriminate against black people. And you will not try to steal property from black people. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde, standing strong, Leo season. We will not quit. We will not abdicate. We will not equivocate. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Garveyism to get back. Pan-Africanism to perish. See you in Nat Turner land. See you in New Orleans. See you in Hattiesburg. See you in Mobile, Alabama. This is your brother, King.
Yeah, so I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all opinion about that. My opinion is I don't even at this point believe it was even no bank accounts. I just believe that he broke. He done went through all that money, and now he's trying to struggle to get everything back on track. Now the the state is asking for their money, or the city is asking for their money, and they expect the payment, or they will seize that property. So I hope he get everything figured out so that that way the people who did donate and put all the money towards it have can feel like they work towards something. But I feel like it's just sad. I feel like it really sounds like they mismanaged everything. Even if you can't be available, you should have appointed somebody that should be available at all times. You should have appointed an officer to oversee that, so somebody that they can notify, because they don't just go behind your back and steal your property. They have to have record of giving you guys notification. They would not have not notified you 20 days before they're ready to take your property. They would have noticed, especially if this is years of delinquent payment. You would have got a notification every single year of your balance, and if not every month of your balance. Okay, when it comes to those taxes, they do not play. Okay, and I know because I own two businesses. Okay, these they want their taxes. They are not playing any games. Okay. So I feel like, when it comes to that, I think he mismanaged a lot of things. I think a lot of things could have been prevented. You keep saying that you reached out to these people the 1st of April. You should have reached out to them long before then. And if nobody got back to you, you should have kept reaching out, one, or you should have sent somebody down there on your behalf or on the behalf of the school to figure out what's going on. And I feel like because you guys didn't rectify it at a more, reasonable time, now they're like, no, we need our payment. We've been notifying you all this time, and I believe that's what's going on. And the fact that he will call us out to protest for something like this, when this is something that's been created by your own fault. You know what I mean? This is not something they're discriminating. I'm gonna tell you something. If anybody decide they don't want to pay their taxes, they don't even see color. They see green. They see their money. So I hope everything works out. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button. Drop in the comments what y'all think about this situation with Dr. Umar. If you want any of the Hot Supply merch, make sure you go to hotsupply.com. If you're ever in town, we have two locations. Come check out our smoke shops. One is in Morrow, Georgia, 6633 Mount Zion Boulevard, and the other one is in Jonesboro, 7000 Terra Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia. Y'all come check us out and y'all come see us, okay? I'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.
Consciousness.